On a dark and mysterious night, King Vikramaditya walked through a deep forest with Betaal sitting on his shoulder. Betaal began to laugh. He said mischievously, "I have another strange story for you." Betaal began his tale. Long ago, in a small village near a dense forest, lived 4 brothers. Their names were Arjun, Dev, Veer, and Karan. Arjun, the eldest, was an expert in ancient books and magical scriptures. Dev had studied the secrets of bones. Veer had learned the mysterious art of creating muscles and flesh. And Karan, the youngest, understood the secret of bringing living creatures back to life. One day, they decided to travel into the forest together. After walking for several hours, suddenly, Karan noticed something unusual beneath a pile of dry leaves. It was a large collection of animal bones. The brothers gathered around it. Dev examined the bones carefully. He became excited. "I know exactly what animal this skeleton belongs to." Using his knowledge, Dev carefully arranged the bones in their correct positions. Soon, the complete skeleton of a magnificent wild beast stood before them. But then Arjun opened an ancient magical book. He discovered that the beast could be reconstructed completely. Arjun began reading the ancient spell. Golden symbols appeared in the air. Dev used his knowledge to strengthen the skeleton. Veer began recreating the muscles and body around the bones, but Karan, the youngest brother, became worried. He looked at the enormous creature taking shape before them. He realized something the others had forgotten. "If we bring this creature back to life," he thought, "we don't know whether we will be able to control it." Karan warned his brothers, but the 3 older brothers were too excited. They wanted to complete their experiment. The beast awakens. Finally, everything was ready. Karan used his knowledge to perform the final step. He raised his hands. A brilliant flash of golden light filled the forest. The creature opened its eyes. It was alive. The 4 brothers stared at their creation. At first, they were amazed. But the beast was confused and frightened. It looked around the forest. Then suddenly, it became aggressive. The brothers realized that they had made a terrible mistake. They had brought a powerful creature back to life without thinking about what would happen next. The escape. The beast let out a terrifying roar. The 3 older brothers ran. Karan shouted for them to follow him. They rushed through the forest as the creature chased them. The brothers finally reached a rocky area near a steep cliff. They quickly hid behind large rocks. The creature searched for them. After several tense moments, it finally disappeared into the forest. The brothers were safe, but they had learned a painful lesson. The lesson. The 4 brothers sat together beneath a large tree. Nobody spoke for a while. The eldest brothers realized that their knowledge alone had not been enough. They had been so proud of what they could do that they had forgotten to ask an important question. Should we do it? Karan reminded them that knowledge is powerful, but power must always be accompanied by responsibility. They promised never to use their knowledge carelessly again. Betaal's question. Betaal paused his story. Then he looked at King Vikram with a mischievous smile. "Now, King Vikram, answer my question. If the 4 brothers had the knowledge to bring the creature back to life, who was responsible for the disaster?" King Vikram thought carefully. Finally, he answered, "None of them alone should be blamed. They all possessed knowledge, but they failed to use that knowledge responsibly. Their biggest mistake was not asking whether bringing the creature back to life was safe. Knowledge gives us power, but wisdom teaches us when and how to use that power." Betaal smiled. "Excellent answer, King Vikram." Suddenly, whoosh, Betaal swung away from Vikram's shoulder and disappeared into the darkness. He returned to the ancient tree. King Vikram sighed. "Betaal?" He turned around and began walking toward the tree once again. From the darkness came Betaal's mischievous laughter. "Come, King Vikram, I have another story waiting for you."